Hello everyone, welcome to Magical Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, spiritual intuitive and oracle, and I'm here with my weekly Moonday Oracle Message. This is going to be a message that I call forth for highest and greatest good for all of those who find themselves here, specifically for the collective energy. And again, it's going to be a message for the week of May 11th, 2020. So before I really get into explaining further how this message works or how these readings work, I'm going to just give a few moments and allow people to connect. And I probably should share this as well. So just take a moment. Hello, Flo, Liz, and Julie. Welcome, goddesses. Can you hear me well and see me okay? Find this here. Hi, Sherry. Welcome, lovely. Katrina. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for being here. Just sharing that I'm live right now. I really wish that they would let you choose this before you go live so you don't have to sit here wasting time doing it. Thank you, Julie. Hi, Sarah. Welcome, lovely. Hi, Noreen. Hi, Lynette. Noreen says, hi, Jamie. Beautiful as ever. Happy Moon Day, everyone. Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you for being here again this evening. Hi, Megan. I think I'm about finished. How is everyone this Moon Day? How was your weekend? And happy belated Mother's Day to everyone. Okay, so now it disappeared. Where'd it go? There we go. Okay, all done. Make sure that's on mute. Yes. Hi, Jessica. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, everyone. Oh, Teresa, welcome. Yes, you're here live. Oh, I love that. Glad you made it. So, for anybody who is new to my page, welcome and thank you for being here. How this reading works is I am an intuitive and an oracle, and so I use my intuitive abilities as well as oracle cards to call forth a message of higher guidance for all of us as a collective for the energy of the week. So it really gives us that insight and that awareness to understand what we might be entering into or what the energy is going to be bringing up for us all. With that awareness, it does allow us to get ahead of things or go more in flow with the energy versus blindly, going against the current, which can make things a bit more difficult. So this is really beneficial to us all. And I do set the intention that anyone who is really meant to receive this message will do so in divine timing. So what that means is it doesn't matter when you find yourself watching this back. If it's replay months from now, years from now, or later this evening, or live, you are here exactly when you are meant to be here. And there is something that you will be able to take away with, or from this reading, I should say, or resonate with. So it's all positive messages. I only ask for, again, the highest and greatest of good. And again, just to help us all with what we most need to know. So how this works is I first talk a little bit about news and announcements. Anything that I have going on here at Magical Me or over at my sister business, Oracles of the Light. After that, I talk about the energy forecast. So what might be going on energetically as far as, moon phases, astrological stuff, anything that I feel might have a bit of an impact on us, or just how I'm energetically feeling. Maybe I'm noticing a theme, which tends to happen sometimes. So I share that information because it may help you in some way. I pull then a message from the oracle cards, or one of my many, many decks of oracle cards. And after that, we work together and I pull a mudra for us all to work with together. So I'll talk more about mudras and what they are at that time when we get there. Thank you, Noreen. Hi, Laura. Welcome, lovely. Not a problem at all, Noreen. Yes, divine timing, remember. And this will be available on replay. Hey, Lena Love. Welcome, hon. All right, so with that said, I'm going to get into the news and announcements. So first and foremost, if you did not catch this morning's, I say this morning because it was not this morning. It was, it felt like it. It felt so long ago. It was actually around 1 p.m. today, Eastern time. But more, I think it was 6 p.m. UK time and 7 p.m. all these time zones, 7 p.m. Central European time, if I'm not mistaken. Earlier today, I went live with my lovely partner, Rachel Goodwin, on our other page, Evolving into the Cosmic Heart. We go live every Monday, again, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and we really just talk about anything and everything that comes up at that time. There's not a whole lot of planning involved in it, but it is, or tends to be, channeled and triggered information between the two of us that is very relevant to what might be going on at this time. And it is, again, assisting us with that evolving into the cosmic heart. So a lot of, I should say, ascension information, I like to call it, that comes forward with those live discussions. So again, if you have not seen it and you want to tune into some of the magical stuff that we talked about, I myself brought forward a messenger that wished to connect with us, and Rachel did a very beautiful caring share to help in some visualizing for sending out care into the world, love into the world, and healing to help transform our circumstances. So if you're interested in that, the replay is available here on Magical Me, but it's also available on our page, Evolving into the Cosmic Heart. With that said, we also launched last week a new group, and it is a members only group. Right now it's free for the month of May. As of June, we will be charging a small fee of $22 just for our time and energy that we're putting into that. But right now it's free. Anybody can join, and we share all month long. We share different information that comes to us. It is all divinely inspired. I myself shared a channeled message. Rachel shared a beautiful emanation from the Sophia energy, the Divine Mother energy. And I shared a symbol that came forward to assist us all and work with us. Also, this month on the 22nd, we will be going live in that private group. It's coming together to share something. We're not 100% sure what it's going to be yet. We tend to get the information very last minute, but it usually has to do with the channelings, as Rachel is a channel and has channeled Ascended Master Sarah for many, many years. And I also transmit light language, which is healing, downloads, activations in the form of sound and light code. So there's something in the works that's going to be happening. We'll be doing that again in that private group only, Evolving into the Cosmic Heart group. That's what it's called. All you have to do is request to join, and someone will approve you, and you can be there and experience it for the remainder of this month. So we'll be doing that May 22nd, which is a very powerful energy gateway day, by the way, 5/22/22. So we'll be doing that about 9 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. Hi, Kathleen and Catherine. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Blessings to you as well. So Oracles of the Light, everyone knows, is my sister business. I work with two of my soul sisters, Lindsay and Karen, and together we offer an array of different healing services, oracle readings, guidance, healing sessions. We do a lot of those right now. We are offering remotely. We can do readings remotely, just the way that I'm doing this here today. We also offer video recordings so that you can watch it on your own time. You don't have to be live with us, and people's schedules I know can be a little conflicting. So we have really special discounted rates right now for those readings. Our regular Oracle guidance readings are usually about $45 for 30 minutes. We're now offering those for $22. We are also offering remote healing sessions for $35 at this time, and those are regular $55. So we are here for assistance, especially during this time where we are really going through powerful rebirth energy. We're really rebirthing ourselves. And Rachel and I talked about that a bit today on the Cosmic Heart page. And during that time, sometimes we need that added boost, just that extra helping hand to kind of help us break down some of those energetic blocks to get that energy flowing again. And my remote healing sessions are called Aurora light healing sessions. It is Reiki combined with light transmission, combined with light body work, combined with crystal energy healing. So this assists in quantum leaping, I should say. I want to call it quantum adjusting. Quantum adjusting your energy body and your light body to help to move you into those higher timelines, to assist in facilitating your body and your energy field's own ability to heal itself. All right, so very powerful sessions. If you're interested, just reach out to us. We do also currently have a reading special going on for $22 that is a specific reading, and this is called Butterfly Readings. So as most of you know, the butterfly represents transformation and transition, metamorphosis. This isolation time that we've all been in is serving as our cocoon. It is that chrysalis that's breaking us down and preparing us to come out reborn. So, I'm sorry, the butterfly readings were last month. I'm talking about the butterfly readings. I'm sorry. I've got butterfly on the brain. I sent out packages today and they had butterflies on them. So I do apologize. The butterfly readings were last month, but if you still want a butterfly reading, I am sure that the oracles and I would be happy to do them still. But it's a flower magic reading, and I should have known that because I worked with a flower today and I brought forth a powerful flower message today. So the flower magic, and if you tune into Cosmic Heart's replay from today, you'll see the power that flowers communicate to us. So it might sound silly, it might sound foo-foo, but there is nothing foo-foo at all about nature magic and connecting with the beings that do reside within these flowers and plants and trees that we see. So we call forward during this reading, this flower magic reading, we call forward a flower that is currently stepping forward for you specifically. And then we communicate what that flower represents symbolically. And then we also communicate how that flower is going to assist you and what you can do to work with its energy. So it's a really amazing reading. I actually pull my own flower messages once every couple of weeks. I even take flower essences internally. So I really am so very connected to their spirits and their energy, which is so powerful. Today our messenger was lilac, so you're going to want to check that out over there. I can't say enough about how much lilac blew me away. And, even I'm doing this work, and I've been doing this work for a little while now with connecting with, plants and trees. You still don't fully realize just how intelligent they are and the energy that they hold. Wait till you hear that. So those are available for $22 as well. So if you're interested in either a butterfly reading or a flower magic reading, please reach out. We will honor both of them. Let me see. Oracles is also hosting our monthly Zoom video conference. So again, this is online, Spirit Circle. What that is an online spiritual development circle. And we do record these, so if you cannot tune in live with us, that's okay. You can still get the recording later after the fact. So for only $10 every month, you don't have to join every month, you join as you want to, but every month it's only $10 per household. So it's not per person in your house that wants to watch and tune in. It's per household. $10. We come on here with a different message. Again, this happens privately on Zoom. And this month we are working with power animals and how our power animals differ from spirit animals or totems, and how they really step forward to connect with us right now, to assist us in times of energy upgrades, to assist us in keeping us protected. And we explain the differences and how to connect with them to help you find the power animal coming forward for you. So that will be Friday, May 22nd. I want to say that right because last month I got it wrong. Friday, May 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, this will be it will be recorded, but live on Zoom. So if you're interested in signing up, we should have an event created already. If you want to go over to Oracles of the Light or here on Magical Me and just check out the events tab, you should find the event and how you can sign up. Okay. Let's see if I'm forgetting anything else. Hi, Aunt Sarah. Hi, Joe. Oh, welcome. Robin, Meredith, I see you all sneaking on me there. Meredith says, Jamie's Aurora Light healing session is so powerful, activating, shifting, yet so gentle. Yes, Meredith had quite the profound experience when we were working together, and that was also done remotely. So different experiences every time. That's what I love about it, because it's unique to each individual that I'm working with. So really powerful stuff. Kathleen says, all magic on earth is of nature, and it cannot be otherwise. No matter what elements you use, where or how you send, you are on earth, and seems in its grounding to our mother. Absolutely. Absolutely. As we are all connected and we are all nature in essence. Katrina says, geranium essential oil has been what I'm recommending for everyone right now too. Flower magic. Ooh, yes, I love geranium. I do mix it. I have a combination oil that I use with geranium and rose. It smells heavenly. Love that. I just got geraniums yesterday too, by the way. Hi, Bree. Kathleen says, stems, not seams. Okay. Hi, Amanda. Welcome. So let me think if there's anything else. I don't think so. Oracles has an array of online courses that are pre-recorded that are available at any time for you to work with, and you don't have to wait for an event or for the next time we offer it. These online courses are available all the time. You can go to our website to check those out, www.oraclesofthelight.com, and go over to the online courses section, and you'll see we offer dream interpretation or dream workshops. We offer oracle card reading course. We offer Reiki training, energy healing. Reiki energy healing online for level 1, and that is a certification course. And I think that's it right now off the top of my head, other than the online spirit circle that we're hosting every month. So I think that's all. I don't know if I'm leaving anything out, but yes, perfect for Venus retrograde. Yeah, the geranium, or what part are you talking about? We talked about so much. Hey, Lala, welcome, love. Happy Moon Day. Oh, you're not late. Divine timing. I'm just talking about Oracle's news and announcements. I think that's all for right now. I say that's all, but it was quite a bit, wasn't it? Okay, so with that said, we're going to go into the energy empathy forecast. And so that's really just talking about anything that we might be coming up and we might be experiencing. Meredith says geranium and flowers in general. Yeah, and I am working with the third final initiation into the Venus, the Order of Venus, and their star temple tomorrow. So right before we go retrograde. So Venus has really been coming in strong for everyone, but very strong for me. Doing lots of work with that. And yeah, just all the energy of the flowers and just love. Flowers are so lovey energy. Yeah. All right. So the empathy forecast. So I have noticed a pattern this week, and it probably stems from the fact that last week, around the same time as the Scorpio full moon, we shifted in our planetary north and south node. We moved into Gemini and Sagittarius. And when that happens, even though it's not our personal individual north node, it is a collective. That's the collective. And so we do feel that. And I want to talk just briefly about what I've been noticing with the node shifting is that it is now we all have our own, depending on what your birth chart is. So you do have to have your birth chart done to know this information. And if you ask, well, how do I have that done? The lovely Meredith Morris, who's tuning in right now, is fantastic at what she does. She does birth charts and birth chart readings, and her page is Mermaid Trove. All right, so check that out and check her out. She's fantastic at what she does. She has helped me with a lot of my information, and when I get this information, I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, Meredith, please help me translate. What does this mean? But what I've been noticing is that, so depending, we all have our own, like for example, my north node, and I call this our true north. That means like our compass. That's where we're going. That's our direction, what we've been guided to on a higher plan, higher level. That is really our dharma and what we're meant to do here in this life. But mine particularly is Leo. On the polar opposite of the wheel of the zodiac would be your south node. Mine is Aquarius. Your south node is your karma. And this is what lessons you've had to live through in this lifetime. You may have been working through this karma for many lifetimes. But specifically in this lifetime, we spend the majority, I think, of our first half of our lives in this, embodying the energy of what your south node is. So with this shifting on the planetary level, even though it shifted into Gemini, Sagittarius, which are not my nodes, which is not the next person nodes, some of you may have it, I've noticed a theme collectively, which is that we are being asked to come up out of our south node now. We are being asked to clear and cleanse the lessons, overcome and transcend the karmic cycles that we embody in our south nodes, coming up into our north nodes now, which again, as I said, is our dharma, which is natural, the natural flow or higher plan in what we are meant to do here, what we are meant to embody, what we are meant to become. So it is like the emergence, if you will. So these are just my intuitive feelings, and I've noticed it with quite a few people that I've been communicating with lately, and I've noticed it coming up in card readings as well. So if you would like to find out more about your north node and your south node, I would absolutely recommend reaching out to Meredith Morris, because if you, and again, if you yourself work with astrology and you know your north and south nodes, fantastic, then you're a little ahead of the game, and you can go ahead and just a Google search will help you find out what those nodes in those particular signs would mean for you. So what are you being asked to learn, and what are you being asked to embody? What are you being asked to release with that south node there? This is going to be beneficial in moving forward as we start to slowly emerge from this isolation period, slowly emerge into a rebirth energy now for us all right? So if you would like further help, as I said, my lovely, lovely sister here from Mermaid Trove will be able to assist further with that. But I'm just bringing this up because it's really important, I think, for us to know those nodes. Because when you know those, when you know what zodiac you're being affected by, it helps you to really embrace and grasp those things that have possibly kept us in a looping karmic pattern for a very long time. It is more than likely that you're actually being presented with situations, people, and scenarios right now in your life, even old habitual patterns within yourself that are reflecting the need to leave that karmic cycle, those karmic lessons that your south node brings, okay? And when I say leave, you're not really leaving them. These are your nodes. They'll be your nodes forever. But it's taking the magic and the teachings that you've learned from that south node and now really fully embracing consciously your north node, if that makes sense. All right. Let's see what I missed here. Hi, Gina. Welcome. Katrina says, oh, my love, I am feeling this like a hidden identity rising. That's a really fantastic way to say that. Yes. In a sense, yes. Jessie says, I'm Aquarius. Aquarius, is that your sun sign or one of your nodes? Noreen says, Virgo here. Meredith says, I am also a Leo North node. And uh-oh, look at you. We're like astro twins because we have a lot of things in common, like Pluto, Black Moon, Lilith. So, and both got that Scorpio energy. Like, yeah. Hi, Annie. Welcome. Kathleen says, not leaving, but clearing the karmic circle and leaving those habits behind. Yes, absolutely. That's what I meant. That's why I clarified, because I'm like, you're really not leaving it. You're there. You're always there. You carry those with you, just like reincarnation, those lifetimes, those many, even ancestral patterns, you know, the many lineages that you carry within you, you carry them across space and time. They're with you, but you don't have to be impacted in a negative way. You don't have to stay in that. I see like this timeline. You don't have to stay in that timeline. You can rise up with the awareness of it, which makes you that much more powerful as you rise into the embodiment of your true north. Okay. Meredith says, I am so excited to dust off my Lilith in the house in the sign interpretations. Ooh, yes. Yes, I want to be involved in that. You know, that's my area. So, with that said, this is going to be quite an interesting rest of our month. We have 3 planets alone moving retrograde this week. This evening, last night, depending on where you are, the planet Saturn, which is the planet of karma, the planet of, I feel personally, shadows and the shadow work, is going retrograde. And so what does that mean? We all heard of Mercury retrograde, right? All the planets go retrograde. Mercury, though, you know how it goes retrograde, where it makes what Mercury embodies seem to go a little bit topsy-turvy, because it appears to go in the opposite direction, even though it's really not. It's just kind of like slowing down from its usual speed, I guess you could say. So with Saturn going retrograde, it is going to bring up those karmics. So interesting how I've been really feeling called to work with understanding and relinquishing the lessons from, or not realizing the lessons from our karmic, which is our Saturn, yeah, it is Saturn, south nodes. So those things are coming back up to the forefront for us. They're bringing our attention to those situations that are disempowering as well to us. Saturn kind of gets a bad rap because of how no nonsense it seems to be, and because of the capacity of things that get brought up to the surface. But it really is assisting us. And when you understand that, it does help you to kind of go with the flow of these things. Those things that are happening right now or coming up to the surface to be acknowledged, to be recognized, are doing just that. They are for us to heal. We have to acknowledge them, we have to experience them to fully understand them, because only through awareness can we move beyond them. All right, I hope that makes sense. With that said, we also have Venus going retrograde on with the 13th, 12th, 13th. Again, it depends on where you're at for the time zone wise, but for the most part, 13th. And Venus, again, planet of love, not just love romantic though. It is higher love. Venus is the love of all things, bringing love into your life more. Venus also is about the home, relationships. So now when this goes retrograde, you have to understand that then these relationship situations are all going to come up to the surface. It's basically bringing, any retrograde brings the energy of reevaluation. So in these areas where Saturn's bringing up energy here, in the situation where Venus is bringing up energy here, it's an opportunity for us to reevaluate those situations. And I talked a little bit about this earlier today on the Cosmic Heart. With Venus, for me, it's about reevaluating where love can be stronger in my life or your life, in our lives, in the world, in our home. How can we bring more love to our life, our relationships, our work, our energy, the self, the planet? That to me is really the big theme here. So now you take Saturn, karmic, Venus, relationships. That, without being a full, I'm not an astrologer. Again, I always say that. But again, it speaks to me in ways, and my own instincts and intuition talk to me. It's kind of like oracle card reading. It's like I put it all together and I just have this message. And so Saturn, Venus, relationships, karma, karmic relationships are what I feel like might be a big theme coming up this week for everyone. We talked about this last week, how there was an energy or an underlying theme of past relationships coming up, people from your past resurfacing, maybe through a dream state, maybe through in actual waking life where these people may have crossed your path. You may have run into them. I've heard people telling me that their exes are reaching out to them one after another, like it's this big plan or something where everybody's exes are just reaching out. So this also could be current relationships that you find yourself in. Know that combination of that, the Scorpio full moon that we just came off of, where we're going energetically is all about authenticity, transparency, and truth, and coming into our sovereignty, our power, and taking it back from anything that just isn't serving us anymore. So at this time, we're actually being asked to recognize those karmic relationships. This doesn't just have to be romantic. It could be friendships. It could be family members. Anything that has been a repetitious cycle of some sort of challenging pattern between you and another, it's going to come up in a big way. And it's really going to be presented to you, I believe, on a silver platter so that you can fully recognize it, because this is a time where we are fully relinquishing those things that disempower us or just don't serve us. It might not even be bad. It might just be a recognition of two vibrations and frequencies no longer compatible, moving in different directions. So it's important to recognize that and then just give thanks and acknowledge that if those things come up and you start to really have a situation emerge where these situations are falling away, people are just no longer in alignment, and I feel like it's more so going to be the aha moment. And it's just really giving thanks and expressing gratitude for the role that those people or situations have played in your life, because it was there to teach you. And that's the most important thing about it, is that the awareness of the lesson and what it was meant to teach you. So karmic relationships have served a role in teaching and helping you and us evolve. But we aren't meant to stay in them. We are meant to make our peace with them and move on. Anything that is not in alignment with our authentic truth is starting to be moved away. Okay? So I hope that makes sense to everybody. Pluto is also going retrograde. No, is it Pluto? I'm sorry. Is it Jupiter? Jupiter? I always get confused Jupiter and Pluto. Pluto already went retrograde. Jupiter is going retrograde. Jupiter I'm a little less familiar about, so I will not go too much into that. But I know that Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto have all been hanging out together like these buddies that are coming in and stirring up pots lately. So it's just a trinity of retro this week. So, hi Deborah, welcome, beautiful. So that's the energy forecast. That's what I've been feeling. I feel like if you can do the work or find out somehow how to embody and work with your nodes, your north node and your south node, it will absolutely assist you in recognizing the patterns. Okay. All right. Katrina says, so spot on. Oh, wonderful. Thank you for that. Okay, so we are going to, hi Karen, just saw you sneak in there. Hi Derek, saw you sneak in. Kathleen says, so emotional, heart karma. You said it. Meredith says, Saturn represents the architecture of our lives, wherever he is in the chart currently, as well as our natal Saturn. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's not always easy for everyone to know where everything is in their charts, you know, and that's why I always suggest at least trying to have at least getting your birth chart done, because it's so helpful. This stuff is not just foo-foo. It really is really essential to helping you have an understanding of the big picture thing, the big picture scheme of things, I should say, in your own personal life. Oh, no worries. Take care, Noreen. Thanks for being here, love. Meredith says, where Saturn is contraction and structure, Jupiter is growth and expansion. Yes, there you go. Thank you for that. I like that too. I love the way that you put that. Hi, Nikita. Welcome, beautiful. All right, so because we're talking about things that have disempowered us, I've decided to work with a very special deck that I haven't worked with in a very long time, but I really love this deck and I love the energy in it. It is Lucy Cavendish's Les Vampires Oracle card deck. Now, it sounds darker than it is, okay? We all know that it is important to recognize the darkness so that you can truly know the light. And vampire energy, if you think about what it metaphorically represents, is more to show you what is draining your life force energy, all right? That's the assistance of the mythical vampire energy, okay? We're talking about energy vampires, which are kind of the same, as they do drain your life force energies. What do mythical vampires do? They suck your blood. Your blood is your life force energy. So with this deck, what I love about it is that it shows you situations that may be draining your life force energy, giving your power away or taking your power from you. So I thought with Saturn going retrograde, Venus going retrograde, all this Lilith talk today, this was a really great deck to work with. So let us go ahead and find out what guidance comes forward for the collective good for the week of May 11th, 2020, which, by the way, is a very potent day today. If you haven't already noticed that and felt it energetically, as we have 11 viewers, it's 5/11/22. Okay, that is today's numeric code. All right. I'm not surprised by this at all. So it is a 40. To me, numerically, that would break down to a 4. And 4 to me is the number of your foundation, your stability, your boundaries, your direction, your home, your family, which really goes in alignment. And now we have 13 viewers with Venus, and Venus goes retrograde the 13th. So the card itself is natural, authentic, real, organic. Love this. I love the energy in this card. I love her beautiful bright red lips, these bright red flowers. To me, that's talking all about your root chakra area, which is stability, your physical presence, fears, which could come up with the triggering of any karmic situations. Fears are also something that do disempower us, by the way. Meredith, just as you chime in with the 4th house karmic roots. There we go. So, yeah, roots. All about that root chakra with your stability. And I do feel like this is changing the direction of your stability, of your foundation. So I'm feeling like we can expect directional shifts this week in a big way. Again, this is all serving our highest good on an individual level and in the collective, so on a global level. So it doesn't just mean that this could be something that's happening in our own lives, also something that's happening on a global level. Sometimes when towers crumble, like those tower moments, anybody who's familiar with tarot and the tower card within a tarot deck, that's kind of what I'm envisioning. So when those towers crumble, it seems scary. You know, it makes a big noise. It's, chaos, dust everywhere. But we needed the tower to crumble because we need the stones from the tower to rebuild a new palace. See what I'm saying? So tower moments are absolutely essential, and they are both fearsome and beautiful at the same time. So anything occurring, I want you to know that it is all occurring to help you come back to your natural core self, your authentic self. And anything that does not honor the vibration and the alignment of your authenticity, of your organic self, it is not going to be able to remain. Do you see what I'm saying? Anything that does not honor that, anything not the same energy and compatible with who you are and where you're going, it's being cleared away. Okay? At the same time, you're being asked to be authentic. Only to be as real with yourself as you can possibly be. So what that means is really taking a good look at the situations going on around you. Taking a good look at what you want to do with the remaining time that you have here for however long on this beautiful planet. What is it that you feel you are being guided to do? More, to me it feels like less of the and I think this goes back to Venus in retrograde, where you're asked to look at how you can bring more love into your life. It's less about what you have to do, more, and what you don't like doing, but you do them. More about what you love to do, what you want to do, because that is how you express who you are and your authentic self here. That is how you embody your authentic self, is by doing only what honors you, what you love to do. Being very, very real with yourself and with others. And maybe acknowledging that some things just aren't working anymore. Maybe just acknowledging that what you've been doing, how you've been living, and I think this applies to on a global collective level. It's very clear that how we've been living, what we've been doing, how things have been running, they're just not in alignment with what is natural, with what is serving the highest good. And so things are shifting. And so we've had a tower moment here where we are now being called to reflect during this isolation time. How can we all do? It is literally making us do things differently. You see, you can get ahead of that and sit with the energy of the remaining isolation time that we have to start to look at what you want to do with the remaining time that you have here. Do you want to continue to serve an old system? Or do you want to continue to serve your system and the system of oneness, of love, of peace, moving more natural into way of being? See what I'm saying? Less the conditioned way of being. So that's a really big message. And this is just the best way that I can break it down into layman's terms for everyone. And it will impact everyone differently. But remember, this is all to serve you. This is to serve us. This is that we can finally remember our sovereign selves and what we're worthy of. Okay. So I hope that helps everybody as we move through the energy of this week. It can be as beautiful, wonderful, and eye-opening, or as difficult, challenging, and dramatic as you want it to be. It's just whether or not you recognize the potential in what is occurring. Okay. All right. Meredith says, likewise, it's really showing us how our individual power is so critical, how we impact what we do and where we go. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. Hannah, welcome, sweetheart. Laura says, bingo, bingo, bingo. Lala needed to hear this today. Katrina says, in the physical sense, I bought a new house. Signatures happening this week to move location and start over. Been clinging to this place a lot. Thanks for the message. Let it fall. Oh, wow. Congratulations, sweetheart, and best of luck to you. All right. Hi, Leanne, love. Welcome. I just wrapped up the Oracle message. You can catch that back on replay. We are going to move into the mudra now. So, wow, what a big message and what a big week. Okay. All right. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with mudras, I'll briefly explain it. So, working with mudras is actually a very ancient practice. It's been believed to have been used by at least the Tibetan monks and in Hinduism for thousands of years. And it's a very effective, easy, powerful way to literally take your power into your own hands and facilitate growth, blockage removal, and change within your life and within yourself. So the word mudra itself is Sanskrit, and that is believed to be one of the first languages here on earth. It's also believed to be a form of light language, and so it's incredibly powerful in and of itself. But the word mudra translates to energy seal, or seal, if you will. So I liken it to, we form this energy seal or trigger with our palm chakras and our fingers, which act as triggers. And they're all connected to the elements, as your hands do have chakras within them. So you create symbols with your hands. So doing things like this, which we all have done, doing things like this, we've all seen ones like this. These are just a few. There are hundreds of different mudras. So that the word seal is to activate and link to our energy centers, also known as our chakras. Each energy center is linked to the four main bodies: your physical, your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual body. So working with one mudra can facilitate blockage removal, promote the flow of your life force energy through your energy body, through your many layers, through your meridians, to facilitate this overall healing and growth within you. One of them can work with one chakra, which then whatever area that chakra rules over in each of those layers, it will have an effect on those. It can remove and alleviate blockage in your emotional body, your mental body, your spiritual body, trickling down to facilitate healing on your physical body to help alleviate ailments that you may suffer from. So these are really powerful. It can also facilitate consciousness expansion. Okay, so really very powerful, effective tools to work with. I think I didn't leave anything out, but that's pretty much the long and short of it. All right, I didn't want to go into too much of a lengthy conversation with it, but I pull cards. I pull a mudra from this oracle deck that I work with. There's actually 2 of them. This one is Mudras for Awakening the 5 Elements. It's by Alison D. Nicola. She has another one called Mudras for Awakening the Energy Body, and that one a little bit more specifically focuses on the chakras, where this one focuses on the elements. So I kind of go back and forth with what I'm called to work with. But I pull one asking for it to assist us in what we're being asked to do this week. So it goes hand in hand, literally, with the Moonday Oracle Message that came forward. Leanne says, I love Mudra time. Thank you, Jamie. Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. Thanks for being here. Meredith says, re-facilitate growth, consciousness expansion. Sounds like Jupiter retrograde. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. Like I said, I know very little about Jupiter retrograde or Jupiter period. But it's funny because during healing sessions, the most common planetary symbol I see during someone's session, not everybody, it's just for specific people. The most common planetary symbol I am shown during a healing session is Jupiter. So I think it's really strange that I don't even know a whole lot about it. I'm always like, it's Jupiter's symbol. I know it. You got to go home. You got to look it up. I'll give you information later. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. I really thought about that. All right. So I'll pull the mudra. We'll talk about it. And then we'll do it together if you so choose. Then I will post it on my page after we're done here tonight, and you can save it to your phone, and then you can work with it yourself all week long. So, or do you know? Very possible that it's in there somewhere, just keeps coming to me like, activate, Jamie, look at this. And I don't, but I'm going to figure that one out. So this, I will tell you again, just as a disclaimer, mudras are incredibly powerful. So much so that they can overstimulate certain areas if you already suffer with an issue in a certain area. So if we get a mudra, let's say, that is for the solar plexus, which is your stomach area, and you yourself may suffer from some gastrointestinal issues. Working with this mudra can overstimulate and irritate it further. So then we would just tell you, obviously there's a caution with this. Most of the mudras will tell you there's a caution. And if so, it's your choice. Use it at your own discretion. Okay? All right. So I'm interested to see what mudra comes forward this week of May 11, 2020 for the collective's highest and greatest good. It flew. Yep. That would be about right. It is the Hakini mudra, and it is integration. Look at that. That's interesting because last week we had assimilation, which is very similar. So it assists with, and there's that, it's got that green energy, so it's obviously connected to the element of earth. But with that, it always makes me feel like heart chakra as well. So integration, freedom, wholeness. Hear that word? Freedom. Liberating you from that in which has not been in alignment with your highest and greatest good, that in which was not serving or was disempowering you in some way. And so wholeness is where we are moving with, and with this mudra assists with, which is where we're going, coming into wholeness when we alleviate and liberate ourselves from those things that disempowered us. Assists all the systems of the body, supports overall health and wellness, supports full body breath and awareness, balances the right and left energy channels. So bringing that balance between the flow in the two channels in which our life force energy flows through. Its element is actually all. It works with all 5 elements. So how we're going to do this one together. Hi, Laura. Welcome. Glad you made it. I just was looking what you're saying here. Saggy rising makes Jupiter your chart ruler. I'm so happy that you have my chart and that you always remind me. Because there's so much. There's just so much. Kathleen says, I've always referred to Jupiter as the great teacher of healing. Ooh. Okay, so you guys are shedding some light. I like it. Thank you. Kathleen is the guru. Wow. Love it. All right. So how we're going to do this one together, for those of you who wish to, you're going to bring your hands to face each other in front of the torso. Gently allow the tips of all fingers to touch the same fingers on the right and left hands. Hold the hands rounded as if holding a ball. Okay? It's hard when you have fingernails. Okay? Mine's definitely not as pretty, but you're going to hold it just in front of your torso. I want you to straighten your spine. Close your eyes and just let all that stress, thoughts, and worry of the day just fall away. And take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And release, blowing the breath out of your mouth. Again, take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Release. Again, nice deep breath in. Release. We're going to do this 3 more times. So take a nice deep breath in. Release. Really channeling and focusing that energy into your palms. Again, in. Release. Last time, deep breath in. Release. And you can state, I focus the divine union of body, mind, and spirit. I focus the divine union of body, mind, and spirit. I focus the divine union of body, mind, and spirit. And so it is. And you can open your eyes. Okay, everybody. That one made me really dizzy. I don't know about all of you. Kind of felt like I forgot where I was for a second. And I was shown a spider. So everybody who may have tuned in or caught last week's replay might remember my spider story. How this spider kind of just randomly came crawling out of my shirt. So integration. And the spider, the web of the interconnectedness of the all, the great cosmic web of the universe. I feel like that was what I was being shown, that we are working with integration for here, because for the spider image to show up, it's a pretty big deal. Okay, so I will take a picture and I will post this on my page, and you can all work with this all week long. Again, it is only going to assist you. All right, there are no cautions with this one, obviously. So thank you all so very much for being here with me this moon day. I hope that you enjoyed the messages that came through. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say, Laura, I just read what you said. I thought that you were going to say you saw one as we were doing it too. But a giant spider last night too. Wow. Amazing. Yes. So thank you all so very much. I hope you enjoyed the messages. I hope that it assists you as you move through the energy this week. And much love, blessings, and strength to all. Have a wonderful night. Take care.